Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Barcelona have beat Barbastro 4-0 in the Copa del Rey round of 32. And Happy New Year as well. I haven't uploaded in a bit, but I hope you guys all had a good holiday. And speaking of which, over the holidays, I did get gifted a new mic. I'm still trying to figure out the editing program, so I'm currently not using it. I'm still using my phone, but hopefully soon I'll be able to get proficient with the editing and, deliver some better quality videos. I do also, despite the game today that was really, really good from Barcelona, starting off the new year well with a great win and great dominating play. I do have some thoughts on the Dani, Olmo, and Paul Victor registration thing, so I will put a timestamp if you don't want to hear about that, if you just want to hear the match review and my thoughts on how we played today. But I will start off the video with some thoughts on those issues that have been circulating around the past few days, so let's get straight into it. So if we do start off with the registration issues and the news that's just been going around Barcelona for the past week, I thought we'd just get the negative out of the way. I was going to make a video over the holidays. I was preparing it, talking about our mid-season review and, what we should do for January, how we should address the squad depth, who we should let go, who maybe we should bring in. But I ended up not making that video because, the news with Dani, Olmo, and Paul Victor just kept going on for days and days, and I was waiting to see if we would find a resolution, and we still haven't found it yet. Now, luckily, the club has come back to the 1-for-1 rule, but, my video, if I was going to adjust the squad depth, we need to be able to register players, and unfortunately right now, it just seems that we can't because of this whole mess. I can't lie, it's been pretty embarrassing to see the news from, as a Barca fan, but even just if you're just a neutral and you're hearing it and don't really know what's going on, and how the media will kind of twist the news and make it seem worse than it is. But I feel that this time it's pretty bad. I try not to look at it too much because I know a lot of Barca fans, they will focus on it and stress out a lot, and I was like, okay, let's see what will happen. Barcelona are gonna go to court, so maybe they will be able to figure out the situation that way. But it is really unfortunate because Dani, Olmo, and Paul Victor just weren't able to play today, and I really don't know what the board is doing because when we were going to buy Dani, Olmo, and Nico Williams in the summer, these issues we had known about for months. We had known that we couldn't get both of them because there was questions of would we be able to register them, and even just getting Dani Olmo, there were still questions, can we register him, and we did until recently. And then I don't know if it's the board, if the situation is that dire, or is it because just they put it off to the last minute. They had known for so long, but now they're kind of scrapping to really get everything together. I really don't know. I also do feel for them because, unfortunately, Paul Victor had to watch the game from home. Dani Olmo, Laporta, they said that he ended up apologizing to him, but I can imagine they're pretty upset, and they've been concerned, hey, I'm not able to play. Am I not going to be able to play the whole season? Is this going to get resolved? Only good news so far, like I said, is that Barca is back to the 1-for-1 rule. So we're able to spend, for every dollar we make, we're able to spend that. Because we were, a while ago, operating on the 1-for-4. So basically, every €4 Barca made, they were only able to spend $1 or €1. And it was just a mess. It's really, a confusing situation if you don't know all the details. But, my thoughts is just that it's kind of embarrassing, and I really hope that we'll be able to use Dani Olmo because he's really important. And there's some criticisms I have of some players that played today despite the good win that also really concern me, that if we cannot get him registered, what are we going to do, or, But that's basically all to say. I might make a Barca recap, news video to try kind of assess the situation more. But, I'm not going to, keep rambling. So let's just get straight into the match review. Now, usually I would start with the lineup, but I do want to say it was a pretty good new year for everyone involved. I mean, Barcelona got the win, but one of the Barbastro players, Israel Garcia, did end up proposing to his girlfriend after the game ended. So despite the defeat, she said yes. So it's not all bad. So, big congrats to him. I just thought I'd put that in because I thought it was a wholesome moment, especially to start the new year with some good vibes. So let's get into the lineup. If we do start with the lineup, not too much of a heavy rotation, considering we did have a long breakaway. It's good for the players to get their sharpness back. And, they've had such a long week of rest, and even more actually. So Szczesny did finally get to start, finally a game with the Barca shirt on. And, considering that, he was retired in August of last year, to come back after Barca came knocking, and especially today, I think he did really well. Between the posts, he had a commanding presence. He was good with his feet. He didn't really get called upon too much to make some saves, but when he did, he was very, composed, made those good saves, and kept that clean sheet. That's the most important. Araujo also did finally come back after a long way away from injury, and I think he was really good. He had good aerial presence. I think we, could use his physicalness, just that, burst of pace and everything in the future games. And it's nice to, see that hopefully he'll keep improving. And I think Flick will definitely be able to utilize him very well. We did do pretty well today. We dominated. But then again, this is a team that gave us trouble last year under Xavi. Same exact team. I think even same exact round. So, today was completely different. We dominated. They didn't really pose much of a threat. And, we did what we need to, considering, this is a team we should be beating. If we do go over the goals today before we get into some of the key performances I want to talk about, we did dominate today. We had some good chances. It was a bit slow at times, but, we don't want to go all out against a team that we should be beating. First goal, De Jong sends in a great cross to Araujo, and like I was talking about, that aerial presence just to get over the defenders, where it was defending or attacking, gets over the defender, heads it into Eric Garcia, who heads it into the bottom right corner. Great goal. Pablo Torre gets a free kick from deep in a similar position he got to in the beginning of the game, where he crossed it in perfectly, but that first chance, went just wide the post. But this time, gets to Lewandowski's head and just slots in top left corner, sorry. And, we're going to go over Pablo Torre a little bit later, because he was just unbelievable today. He was just really great, and I really hope we do see more of him, despite all the issues, with almost registration and all that. But, I do hope we see more of him. In the second half, he just kept providing. Got a lovely pass, gets a lovely chip, first-time chip over to Lewandowski, who, takes his time, composed, bottom right-hand corner finish. And then Torre, after the 2 assists wasn't done, he did end up getting his goal. The Barbastro keeper makes a big mistake, I can't lie. Passes it just straight into him, but he blasts it in and, gets that goal. Just a great performance from him today, which I'm going to get into now. Just really, really good. I really don't know why we haven't seen more of him this season in terms of, getting more minutes than just besides, putting him on for the last 10 minutes or so, because he is really good. I know this is a team we should be beating, but, then again, I do think that Pablo Torre can, provide some good options to this team. He was just, the star of the show today. Just really, really good. He did get subbed off in the 88th minute. Not 88th, sorry. The 80th minute, Tony Fernandez makes his debut. And, I was wondering if he was going to get his debut today. Last 10 minutes, he didn't get to do much, but he did bring some good energy, some good attacking play. But, if we do get into some of the other performances, Araujo's really good on his return. Szczesny, like I said, was good. Defense was just good. Barbastro just really weren't able to get into our half until the second half, when we did, a bunch of subs. And the team was a little bit, trying to get used to each other again. But I think I do have some criticisms. Fermin on the left wing, I'm not really sure what's been going on with Fermin this season. He's been pretty poor, despite having a really good Olympics. I thought he would have, a pretty good season. He had a good Olympics. He had a good season last season under Xavi. But under Flick, I don't know if it's because he's, having to be in positions, maybe he's not the best in, like, left wing like today. But, even against a team like this, where it's such a low division side, I think third or fourth tier, Spanish football, just really was poor today. Really was kind of frustrating to watch. Didn't really create any significantly good chances, or even get, wasn't really confident in front of goal. I don't really know what's going to happen with him, but he just hasn't been great. I don't think I have many, really too many other criticisms. Other than that, Gerard Martin, I mean, Gerard Martin, he doesn't really offer much, and he almost caused Chesney the clean sheet because he megged them in the 86th minute by accident, and then Kubarsi came in and cleared it. I thought that was kind of funny, but it was going to be frustrating if that went in. But it was just a really good all around performance from the team. We struggled against Barbastro last season, so we shouldn't be struggling against a side like this at all. But considering how it was last season and how it's been, the past few years when we go to these third, fourth tier, second tier sides in the Copa del Rey, away especially from home where it's been difficult for us. Really good all around performance. I think Lewandowski also was good today, guys. 2 goals. I hope he can get his finishing back because his touch is really poor at times, just his build-up play and everything. But as long as he's scoring goals in important moments, it's all good. Got some minutes for other players. I'm starting to feel a bit more sad about Ansu Fati just because he isn't really showing anything like great. He had some good skills, I'm not gonna lie, some good skills, some good like fancy passes here and there, but just in front of goal, he just looks like, and just the way he moves, he looks like he's really, the confidence is shot just because of the injuries. I do think he's probably going to get moved on. I'm not sure he's going to be, January, if any club's going to come for him on loan or something. But definitely in the summer, I think they're going to let go of him if, this doesn't improve. But that's really all I have to say. Not really many other performances I want to talk about because everyone was just good today. I would have talked longer, maybe talk about some more things in the game, but I am feeling a bit ill, a little bit sick, so it's not going to be, it is a longer video than the other ones I've done, I think, but it's just basically that I don't have really much else to say about the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to see if I could get a Barca recap. We'll see how the Olmo situation pans out. But, I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully this year will be good for Barca. Win a couple trophies, and just keep, get some good form again. So I'll see you guys next time.